General Tutor Things. Today now in this video we are going to solve a problem on average selling price which is related to basic aggregate functions. As you all know, we have started LeetCode SQL 50 series where we will be solving 50 SQL problems. So that will help you to crack any SQL cadet interviews or any other coding interview tests likewise. So if you are looking for skill upping in SQL or you are practicing SQL questions or you are preparing for these concepts or everything, these videos will definitely help you. Share our videos to your friends or colleagues who are at learning stage of SQL things. So yeah, let's get started. Average selling price is the problem number 1251. So let's see the schema first and then we'll understand and then break down the problem and then solution for that how we can write we'll see. So let's see the schema first. We have a prices table where we'll be having product ID start and end date and price of that product. Product ID is an integer type, price is an integer type, dates are in the date type. So product ID and start and date is three combinations as a primary key. It's a unique value for these three for entire the table. The row of this table indicates the price of the product ID and in which period, like from end period to start in between end period, the price they have given. So for each product ID, there will be no overlapping of periods. So each and every product ID and the start times are the unique values. There is no overlapping between them. So that means there will be no two intersecting periods for the same product. If one product, for example, say one product P1 will have some today and yesterday. So same product will not come under today and yesterday. So the other product will have the other dates likewise. So same product will not be intersecting in the periods likewise. Okay. Next unit sold, or we have one more table. We have column it says product ID and purchase date and units. So purchasing of those product like units sold, which is a purchase, which is already sold kind of thing. Will be having this table. Which product on purchased on which period, and how many units they have purchased those. Product likewise. So you can contain duplicate rows here. Same product, same purchase date. You can find any kind of units. So same day, same purchase for the same item they can do. So duplicates is possible. Each row of this table indicates the date and units of the product ID of which product they have sold. Okay. So what they are asking now, they are asking to write the solution to find out the average selling price of each product should be rounded to two decimal places. Let rounding be aside. So what are actually they're asking is average selling price for each product. Average selling product they have to get as aliasing name as average price. So aliasing is fine, rounding is fine. So average how we can find? We found average as sum by total number will get average. Okay. So sum by total number will get average. So now what they're asking so yeah, for what they are asking for selling price for each product. Each product have some price. So in product table we have some price and how many units they have purchased. That thing also we have to see. How many uh, things items are purchased. If one items cost you 5 rupees, then if you buy two items, then that cost you 10 rupees, right? So average selling price will be based upon the units, right? So if you get to find out the average, what we have to do, units should be multiplied with the price. So how many items into price by total number of units, so that we will get the average selling price for that product. Okay. So there is no product got purchased or sold, then it will be zero, right? In that case, what will be an sum? Those things will be as zeros. So yeah, and they are asking in any orders when that's what they are telling you. Product does not have sold units, its average selling price is assumed to be zero. So there is no selling price kind of thing. Then average we don't need to be have here. So directly zero they want to place. So for that what we have to do, after calculating average we have to check for null. So if there is a null, we should be wrong. We should be giving as value zero. Before rounding and after rounding, it is up to you. You can give anything. So here in the example, if you see product prices table is there, and then unit sold table is there. Products they have one product in this time, and other date you will have that product with price 5 and 20. Sold is that time we have product 100 units and then 15 units. So how we can calculate these things? So this is the start time and end time, right? So purchase date will fall under only start time and end time. So the same product which is we should consider that price only. See, for example, product one is sold on 225, right? Which is falls under this category. So we should calculate the price. We should take this price only, but not this price. So 5 into 100 is 500 plus. And is there anything for the product, each product, right? This is also that product only. So 15 into 20 now. So 15 into 20, previously what we did, 100 into 5 plus 20 into 15 by unit sum, like 115 we have to give. So that is how we'll get how this is how we have to calculate the average kind of thing. You understood, right? So each and every product will be having. Let's tell me how it will be looking for two. So it is a 10, so it falls under this start date and end date. So 15 into 15 into 200. For this date I am calculating for 2 to 50 into 200 plus what is the next one, 30 into 30, right? Divided with the sum of units, right? How many units we have purchased? 200 plus 30, that is 230. So resultant what we get, that will be the average of this. Okay, 16 point something they will get. So that is the answer for that. So let me write a simple query for that to solve this problem. First we have to select let be a site. So just take from what we have to take. First we have to take everything from prices table. So for each and every price, they what they're asking about of each product. Then what join we have to take? We have to take left join. So prices P. Then what join we have to take for each product, means product everything is in the price table only. Okay, left join. And next table we have here is units table. We can give aliasing name for this as U. Then what we have to do, on based upon condition we have to add. The only thing which we have here as a foreign key and primary key is product ID, right? So with that we can join. Yeah, now join is completed. So while joining, one more thing which we have to check is we should check that our purchase ID should only fall under the start date and end date of this price table. Okay, start date and date of the price table. So yeah, what we have to check, dot per sorry, purchase ID, right? What is purchase date? Sold purchase date should fall under start date and end date. So these things are in which table? Prices table. Okay, and then what we have to do, we have to use aggregate functions like average kind of thing, and then we have round the kind of thing. So average we can't do with directly with average because we have to multiply that units with other things. Let me have here with sum only. With sum only we can do those kind of things. So first, what are they want to show? They want to show product ID, right? Product ID and average price, right? So let me copy those things first of all. So product ID, which is we have here in the products table, right? P dot products. So this is average price is the aliasing name. Actually, they're asking about the some kind of thing, right? sum divided with sum of units, right? Let me just take this. So units will be present in the units table. Sum of what we have to take is um, units into products, right? Units into products price. So as aliasing name will be there for this average price. So now some we have got. If there is no such kind of thing, what we have to do, we have to check for null case. So if null will be there, if null, then what we have to replace is we have to replace with 0. So we can have a rounding kind of thing again. So rounding, they're asking us to do up to two decimals, we have to round up. So you can have comma 2, or otherwise you can round up and then check for if case and everything is fine. So anything is fine. So we have used aggregate function. It is compulsory to be used like group by. So only by grouping by we can have this round uh, aggregate function. So whatever first thing which we are using after select, we can group by that. Other than aggregate functions, just me have let me have this zero. So this is fine, right? You understood, like select with product ID and average price as in name, and we have to check the purchase it kind of thing for each product, what will be the selling price. So maybe here selling is not only single product units they are selling, so each and price will be multiplied with the number of units to know the selling price. Okay, so units by number of units sold, so that is the selling price. So average of selling price they are asking about. So average how we will get by just dividing with the number of units, right? So average selling price, if it's general selling price, we can have just sum of units into price. But average means by sum of units should be there, and then aliasing names average price left join because to get all the prices, right? So all the prices which we have here. So there is no repetition. Like if you have into have group by, you will be getting one of each and every time. So only two products will get because we are grouping with product ID. Okay, so this is how we have to do. Here they have given the solution. Total price of product by number of products sold. Okay. So as we did previously, 250 plus that is 16.9896. So this is how we can do just by running the solution. See, it's accepted. So you can also use collage here to rounding up, and if I suppose I have my if null here, and my rounding up will be here, like rounding up to 2, and then if it is null, I'm checking as 0. Let me just run this solution also. See, this will also works fine, right? So the better way should be rounding and a top only, because this case will pass, other will be fail, because if null after coming 0 only we have to round up, otherwise 0 will come directly. Okay. So this is the solution. Let me submit here. If you have any doubts regarding this, let me know in the comment section. So one more thing we can do to solve this, actually, instead of using between and end kind of thing, you can have two conditions like purchase date should be greater than or less than, with the checking with those symbols with start date and date. That thing also fine. That thing also we can do. Uh, to solve the same problem, so that will also run and give you the correct results also. Do you want me to do that also? I can do that for you. Just simple thing what we have to do is, let me just comment out this part and show you. Yeah, here purchase date is there, right? So it should be, instead of between, what we can do is greater than or equal to start date, and purchase date should be less than or equal to end date. Okay, so this means is nothing but between, right? So this will also work. I have commented this part and just running this thing to show you. So this thing also fine, right? This also works. This is how we can do. I'm just submitting this also. So yeah, I hope you have understood, right, how we can do these simple things. Yeah, rounding also should also become under also. So that's all for this video. I hope you have understood, right? So average selling price is finished. Next coming video we'll be solving project employees. So until then, stay tuned to our videos. If you have any comments, let me know in the comment section. We'll definitely reply to your comments, and that's all. Like, share, and comment, and stay tuned by subscribing our channel. Click the bell icon so that you never gonna miss any video from us. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.